Dear students, welcome and let us continue our left portion of the chapter Discovering Tut. The saga continues. We are going to start from here. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. By the name Howard Carter, you might have recollected the facts and the incident he came across. Means to remove Tut's body from his coffin, he had to chisel it away, he had to rip it off, he had to cut the major parts, right? Because Tut's body got cemented to the bottom of the coffin and the ritual resin got hardened and it became very difficult for him to take it out with the legitimate force. So he has tried to defend himself. One way he had committed a crime by damaging the body of resting Tut, but he had no choice. He had no choice other than cutting or chiseling away the body from the coffin. If he hadn't cut the mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. So it generally happens that if something is brought into notice of the thieves and dacoits, definitely they are going to take the advantage of that situation. Same thing happened there also. Howard Carter became suspicious about the act of the thieves. He thought that the person who are guarding that cemetery, that graveyard, they will be attacked, circumventively attacked, they will be attacked by the thieves and the thieves will take away the body and they will rip it off from the coffin and they will remove the gold ornament that is valuable. Okay, बॉडी को निकाल ले जाते, उससे वो गोल्ड के आइटम सब चुरा लेते. यही इसी डर से हवार्ड कार्टर ने बॉडी को कट करके निकालना पड़ा, बिकॉज वो उसको अगर वहाँ छोड़ देते तो डेफिनेटली थीव्स उसको काट के ले जाते. In Tut's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy and they thought or hoped they could take their riches with them. So obviously in Egypt, it was believed by the royals, that is the people who belong to the royal society, they thought that they were quite wealthy and after death also they could carry their richness with them if they would be buried with the gold ornaments with them. Okay, अगर उनके साथ गोल्ड के ऑर्नामेंट दबाए जाएंगे तो वो अपनी जो यहाँ की जो रिचनेस है वो अमीरी वहाँ भी दूसरी दुनिया में भी आफ्टर डेथ वो लेके जा सकते थे, ऐसी उनकी मान्यता थी. For his journey to the great beyond, King Tut was lavished with glittering goods. Okay, so this same thing happened with King Tut also, and when he was laid to rest in the coffin, the valuable items were laid by his side. He was lavished with all those glittering goods, means the shining gold items, ornaments, utensils were all laid near him. Precious collars, and what those items comprised of? They were comprising precious collars, inlaid necklaces and bracelets, these are the ornaments, rings, amulets, a ceremonial apron, apron means one kind of coat which is put over, sandals, slippers, sheaths for his fingers and toes, these are generally worn to protect our fingers and toes from the injury of swords. Okay, they are generally clad by the royals while going for the battle or the war. And the now iconic inner coffin and mask. So the inner coffin and mask were also made of gold, all of pure gold. So all these items which were lying there were made of pure gold. Okay, to separate Tut from his adornments, Carter's men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. So as you know that if somebody has been mummified, then and the ornaments we have to take out, in that case it is not easy to remove them unless we separate the major parts of the body from their joints, like legs को leg joint से अलग कर दिया, hands को shoulder से अलग कर दिया, एंड नेक को इसके जो पियोटल जॉइंट होता है अपना बॉडी में उससे अलग कर दिया। ये सब सेपरेट करके ही वो उन ऑर्नामेंट्स को, उनकी जो अडोनमेंट्स थे, जो डेकोरेशन के जो काम आ रखे थे, ऑर्नामेंट्स थे, उनको निकालना पड़ा। ओके, सो कार्टर के लोगों ने ये सब मेजर पार्ट्स जो तट की बॉडी के वो काटने पड़े और उसके बाद ही वो ये सब ऑर्नामेंट्स निकाल सके। Once they had finished, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding that concealed the damage. The bed where Tut now rests. Concealed means something hidden. Okay, so this is the story which took place in 1922 when Howard Carter for the first time discovered King Tut's tomb. Okay, that time he did all these acts, and later on to hide his act, that is उसको छिपाने के लिए जो उसने डैमेज किया था बॉडी को, what did he do there? He laid all the parts closely with the body, right, and on a layer of sand, मिट्टी के एक लेयर के ऊपर बॉडी को रख दिया वुडन बॉक्स में विद ए पैडिंग, एंड उसके ऊपर एक लेयरिंग किया गया। ओके, एक परत चढ़ाएगी, दैट कंसील्ड द डैमेज, बाय दैट लेयर द डैमेजेस ऑन द जॉइंट्स कुड बी कंसील्ड। ओके, उनको छिपाया गया वहाँ से। द बेड वेयर टट नाउ रेस्ट, और यही वो प्लेस है, यही वो कॉफिन अभी, द प्लेस वेयर नाउ द टट्स बॉडी इज रेस्टिंग। ओके, जब जाही हवास ने उनको निकाला है सीटी स्कैन करने के लिए। इससे पहले की जो कंडीशन थी टट की बॉडी की, उसके बारे में ये डिस्क्रिप्शन हमें दिया गया है, और जो हावर्ड कार्टर को करना पड़ा उसके बारे में। आर्कियोलॉजी हैज चेंज सब्सटेंशियली इन द इंटरवेनिंग decades, focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries of death. Intriguing means to know something more, questioning, question after question, to know something more about a mystery. Okay, so archaeology, the archaeology has the study of the rocks or the items which are buried under earth, and to know about their death or their life. This is a study which is carried out by archaeologists. Okay, so archaeology has taken a leap in its advancement. It has substantially changed in the coming decades. Okay, how it changed? Earlier it focused on the funerary treasures, what was found. If you talk about Indus Valley civilization, the archaeologists found that there were the granary, there was a granary, big granary, the streams, the sewage system, the gods and goddesses they worshipped. So they study all these items according to the old archaeology. But nowadays, in spite of focusing on these items which are found during archaeological survey, they are focusing on the mysteries behind life and death of a person, right? They fetch the fascinating, attracting details about somebody's life, that is how he died and what was his age. So archaeology ने आजकल डेथ की मिस्ट्री के बारे में जो स्टडी है उस पर फोकस करना स्टार्ट कर दिया है, न कि उसमें पाए जाने वाले जो ट्रेजर हैं, जो वेल्यूएबल आइटम्स हैं उस पर। इट ऑल्सो यूजेज मोर सोफिस्टिकेटेड टूल्स इंक्लूडिंग मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी, एंड एज यू नो अर्लियर ओनली एक्सरे was there which could help us reveal the fact about a body buried. Nowadays we have replaced that X-ray by CT scan machine, computed tomography machine. Though X-rays are also carried out, but they are for some minor to fetch some minor details. But to have a detail in depth, we need to do the CT scan of the body. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor X-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact. As you know, in our brief study of this lesson, of the very first day lesson about this chapter, I have covered all these facts. that in 1968 first time Howard Carter's body was x-rayed after 40 years of its discovery. Means it was discovered in 1922, so almost after 40 years, means in 1968 an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy. Anatomy means a person who studies the human body structure, right? So he x-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact. Startling fact means a fact of a kind of bizarre, it was surprising. Beneath the resin that cakes his chest, his breastbone and front ribs are missing. So he found that the breastbone and the front ribs were missing. So जब हॉवर्ड कार्टर ने बॉडी को निकाला होगा उस समय डेफिनेटली ये सब जो है वहाँ से रिप ऑफ होके छूट गए होंगे और ये मिसिंग पाए गए उस समय. Today diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography or CT, by which hundreds of x-rays in a cross section are put together like slices of bread to create a three-dimensional virtual body. Okay, so here he mean to say that hundreds of x-rays को अगर हम क्रॉस सेक्शन में रखें, उसकी स्टडी करें, उस स्टडी से जो निकल के आएगा दैट कैन बी इक्वेटेड विद वन टोमोग्राफी, वन सीटी स्कैन. एक सीटी स्कैन में उस सब में जितना डाटा आएगा उसको आप हंड्रेड्स एक्सरेज में भी नहीं ला सकते, ही मीन टू से. एंड इफ यू पुट देम लाइक दिस ब्रेड स्लाइसेस टू क्रिएट ए थ्री डायमेंशनल वर्चुअल बॉडी. सो एक बॉडी की जो वर्चुअल इमेज क्रिएट करने के लिए अगर हंड्रेड्स एक्सरेज को हम एक साथ रखें तब जो इमेज निकल के आएगी वही इमेज एक सीटी स्कैन से हम निकाल सकते हैं. व्हाट मोर कुड ए सीटी स्कैन रिवील ऑफ टट देन द एक्सरे, and could it answer two of the biggest questions still lingering about him? How did he die and how old was he at the time of his death? So here the author wants to say that apart from this, what the CT scan machine could reveal, CT scan machine में जो एक्सरे में जो निकल के आया उसके अलावा CT scan machine में क्या पता चल सकता था हमें इन दो क्वेश्चंस का. What were these two questions? One was lingering about, means which has been in the mind of people for a long period, unsolved mystery, unsolved question. Okay, क्या था? How did he die? What was the reason behind his death? Was he being murdered or he died a natural death? And what was his age at the time of his death? ये दो क्वेश्चन प्रजा के दिमाग में अभी भी घूमते थे, लोगों के दिमाग में, और उनका आंसर अभी तक नहीं मिला था. तो क्या सीटी स्कैन मशीन इसका रिप्लाई ढूंढ सकती थी? किंग टट्स डिमाइस वाज ए बिग इवेंट. डिवाइस मीन्स ए सडन डेथ. इट वाज ए बिग इवेंट इवन बाय रॉयल स्टैंडर्ड्स. द रॉयल पीपल, द किंग्स ऑफ अदर डायनेस्टीज ऑल्सो कंसिडर्ड इट ए बिग इवेंट बिकॉज इट वाज समथिंग सरप्राइजिंग बियॉन्ड एक्सेप्टेंस. He was the last of his family's line, means he was the last ruler, King Tut, and his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty. Rattle means a bang sound. Okay, so his funeral means the day he was buried, it was the end of his dynasty, end of the ruling of that family in Egypt. But the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. What is being asked in the chapter is that how he died and its aftermath are unclear, means how he died. These questions are still unclear, these are still unanswered, and they are in the mind of people. Okay, Amenhotep III, Tut's father or grandfather, was a powerful pharaoh who ruled for almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty golden age. I have already told you Amenhotep III was, it is not certain whether he was father or grandfather of Tut, but he was a powerful pharaoh. Pharaoh means king of that Egyptian dynasty, and during his time people had a golden ruling. Okay, this was a golden age. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and initiated one of the strangest periods in the history of ancient Egypt. So I think you all know all these facts because I have already shared these facts about with you. So Amenhotep III was a descendant. He was son of Amenhotep. Amenhotep III was 4. Amenhotep IV was son of Amenhotep III. The new pharaoh promoted the worship of the Aten, the sun disk, changed his name to Akhenaten. Okay, so Amenhotep IV changed his name to Akhenaten because he was worshipper of Aten, the sun disk or sun god. So he added his name with Aten, Akhenaten, or servant of the Aten. Okay, and moved the religious capital from the old city of Thebes to new city of Akhenaten. He changed his capital from Thebes to new city of Akhenaten, that is known as Amarna. The place of the name of that place is Amarna. He further shocked the country by attacking Amun. Later on, it was something shocking for the people of the country, people of Egypt, that he started attacking Amun god, a major god of Egyptians. Okay, smashing his images, he ransacked his idols and closed his temples. It must have been a horrific time. Okay, this was the worst period of this Egyptian dynasty under the rule of Akhenaten or Amenhotep IV. Said Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor. According to this man, this was the horrific time of Egyptian dynasty. The site of ancient Thebes. So it is located, the University of Chicago's Research Center is located at ancient Thebes. The family that had ruled for centuries was coming to an end, and then Akhenaten went a little wacky. Wacky means mad. So this dynasty was coming to an end because his works were not in favor of the people, and Akhenaten later on became mad and he died. After Akhenaten's death, a mysterious ruler named Samenkhkare appeared briefly and exited with hardly a trace. So thereafter one more ruler existed there whose name was Samenkhkare, and he ruled for a very small period, and thereafter he disappeared from the site. Means it is not known where he went. He was untraceable. And then a very young Tutankhaten took the throne. Thereafter Tutankhaten, that is King Tut, came to rule that dynasty, and he was enthroned. He was ascended to the throne of the dynasty. King Tut, as he is widely known today, he is known by King Tut. The boy King soon changed his name to Tutankhamun. Okay, so Tutankhaten changed his name to Tutankhamun because he added the name of Amun god, living image of Amun. And also a restoration of old age, means he restored all the old age ways of the Egyptian dynasty. They started worshipping Amun god. They restored the temples, and whatever earlier was there in existence, same was brought back. He reigned for about 9 years and then died unexpectedly. Means after a ruling of 9 years, he died unexpectedly. No one expected that he would die so young. Okay, he was a teenager at that time. Regardless of his fame and the speculations about his fate, Tut is one mummy among many in Egypt. So he was a famous person in during his lifetime also, and later on Tut's mummy was equally famous. Okay, it was a matter of discussion among the Egyptians. How many, no one knows. How many, no one knows, means there are so many mummies buried under earth, but and no one is having exact figure. Among them, Tut's mummy is the most important. The Egyptian mummy project, which began in inventory in late 2003, has recorded almost 600 so far and is still counting. Means according to their record inventory, they started it counting those mummies in 2003, and so far they had up to 2005 they had counted 600, and the counting was still in progress. The next phase, scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine donated by National Geographic Society and Siemens, its manufacturer. So a CT scan machine was manufactured by a National Geographic Society and Siemens. Okay, this was donated to Zahi Hawass, and they started investigating Tut's body. King Tut is one of the first mummies to be scanned. So first scanning was done of King Tut's mummy in death as in life, moving regally ahead of his countrymen. So during life, during his lifetime also, he was the that is the prime personality. He was the first man of his dynasty, and after death also he is regarded same, means his mummy is to be scanned first. A CT machine scanned the mummy head to toe, creating 1700 digital X-ray images in cross section. Okay, so you can understand the capacity of a CT scan machine, that one CT scan is equal to 1700 digital X-rays. Tut's head scanned in 0.6 millimeter slices to register its intricate structure. Okay, most difficult structure were developed with the help of dividing the body in small portions equal to 0.62 millimeters, and thereafter they were clubbed together to create an image. Takes on eerie detail in the resulting image. So eerie means frightening details. When the image appeared there after doing the CT scan, that was frightening, that gave the frightening details. कुछ डरावने फैक्ट सामने निकल गए. With Tut's entire body similarly coded, a team of specialists in radiology, forensics and anatomy began to probe the secrets that the winged goddesses of a gilded burial shrine protected for so long. So these many people from different agencies were involved in finding what were these winged goddesses, means nymphs, small pariyan, who were protecting King Tut's body in that shrine. So they started their study about these facts also to find out the reality. The night of the scan, workman carried Tut from the tomb in his box. So during the night during which the CT scan was to be carried out, people took out the box from his burial ground. Like pallbearers, they climbed a ramp and a flight of stairs into the swirling sand outside. Pallbearers means 4 people who carry a stature of dead body, crude stature. Okay, अर्थी को लेके जाने वाले 4 लोग, उनको बोलते हैं pallbearers. Like pallbearers, they climbed a ramp and a flight of stairs into a swirling sand outside. So it was in a desert place and sand was there, swirling sand, that means like making some shapes in the air, and through that they were coming out, then rose on a hydraulic lift into the trailer that had the scanner. So the scanner machine was kept on a trailer which was having a hydraulic lift, and on that they rose with the box of Tut's body. 20 minutes later, 2 men emerged, sprinted for an office nearby and returned with a pair of white plastic fans. So after 20 minutes of this progress, the 2 men found running. Sprinted means fast running. They were seen running and they returned with a pair of plastic fans. So they brought 2 plastic fans. I think the machine got heated up. Okay, the $1 million scanner had quit because of sand in a because of a sand in a cooler fan. So its cooler fan stopped working. CT scan machine's cooler fan became unserviceable because of the sand and dust in that. Curse of the Pharaoh, joked a guard nervously. So a guard was there who was guarding that place. He nervously said that it is the curse of the Pharaoh, means ये जो किंग टट है उनका अभिशाप है जो मशीन खराब हो गई है. Eventually the substitute fan worked well enough to finish the procedure. So thereafter 2 fans which were brought there, they worked well and the machine started working. After checking that no data had been lost, the technicians turned Tut over to the workman who carried him back to his tomb. So the technicians carried out his investigation and they found that the data was intact, it was not lost due to the unserviceability of the fans, and after that they hand over the body to the workman and वो वापस उसको लेके चले गए. tomb में. Okay, less than 3 hours after he was removed from his coffin, the pharaoh again rested in peace where the funerary priest had laid him so long ago. जहाँ पे जो funerary priest थे उन्होंने उसको इतने लंबे समय पहले दफनाया था, वहीं पे उसको वापस लेके चले गए और 3 आवर्स के अंदर अंदर उसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन करके वापस रेस्टिंग प्लेस में, वापस उसी टॉम्ब में किंग टट को लिटा दिया गया. Back in the trailer, a technician pulled up astonishing images of Tut on a computer screen. And by that time, computer screen पे जो CT स्कैन मशीन का जो कंप्यूटर स्क्रीन था उसके ऊपर एक बड़ी ही एस्टोनिशिंग, एक हैरान करने वाली इमेज उभर के सामने आती है. ए ग्रे हेड टुक शेप फ्रॉम ए स्कैटरिंग ऑफ पिक्सल्स, मीन्स ए हेड शेप was developed by the scattered pixels. Pixels were scattered. Okay, pixels means an image is divided in small dots, and when they are put together an image is created. And the technician spun and titled it in every direction. The technician tried to check it to know its shape, to ascertain the facts behind something if it was hidden. So he rotated in every angle, सभी डायरेक्शन को घुमा के देखा. neck vertebrae appeared as clearly as in an anatomy class. So anatomy class में जो neck vertebrae की जो actual image होती है, neck vertebrae means backbone which passes through our neck, it was intact, बिल्कुल complete थी वो. Other images revealed a hand, several views of the rib cage and a transection of the skull, your head portion, hard portion of your head. So hands, rib cages and skull का जो इमेज है वो भी सामने उभर के आया CT स्कैन मशीन में. But for now the pressure was off, sitting back in his chair. But by this time the pressure which Jahi Hawass was feeling was gone off. Okay, he became quite relaxed in his chair. Jahi Hawass smiled, visibly relieved that nothing had gone seriously wrong. Means he was happy that whatever investigation was done with the help of the CT scan machine was intact. No data was lost during the unserviceability of the cooling fan. I didn't sleep last night, not for a second, he said, because last night he could not sleep for a second because he was going to CT scan King Tut's body and he was quite worried about the facts which he was expected to get from that. I was so worried, but now I think I will go and sleep. By the time we left the trailer, descending metal stairs to the sandy ground, the wind had stopped. So the weather was not quite favorable that time when they carried out the CT scan. That's why the sand and dust got accumulated in the fan, and that fan became unserviceable. So when they left the trailer and they got down of the metal stairs, जो सीढ़ियाँ थी उनसे नीचे उतरते उस समय तक विंड जो है वो स्टॉप हो गई. मीन्स वेदर बिकेम क्वाइट, द winter air lay cold and still like death itself. Means that night was quite chilled. In this valley of the departed, means departed means graveyard, जहाँ पे जो डेड बॉडीज को दबा के रखा है वहाँ पे जो नाइट थी वो भी जस्ट लाइक डेथ थी. ओके, बहुत चिल्ड थी. Just above the entrance of Tut's tomb stood Orion, the constellation that the ancient Egyptians knew as the soul of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, watching over the boy king. So, टट्स की जो टॉम का जो एंट्रेंस था, जो गेट था, उसके ऊपर ओरियन का एक फोटो, वो वहाँ पे एक इमेज था. And Orion is the constellation of the stars that ancient Egyptians knew as the soul of Osiris. Ancient Egyptians in group of stars को एक soul of Osiris मानते थे. And who was Osiris? Osiris was the god of afterlife. Means after one has left this world, Osiris takes care of that soul, watching over the boy king. And they thought that Osiris was watching over boy king, means King Tut's body there. He was looking after him. This is all about King Tut's investigation, and though it has not been revealed that what was the reason behind his death even after doing the CT scan also, right? Since this is an except, maybe this fact have been revealed in the actual book from which this has been taken. So dear students, thanks a lot for watching this video. I think you have understood it, and hope you will be able to answer the questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.